Welcome, patrons. I know I already have a ton of series still unfinished on this channel, but I just really felt like talking about the Elven Gods. It's been a while since I just did a video because I felt like it, so here we go, you guys have to deal with it. While some Elven Gods have more info than others, I really want to focus in on each god one at a time. I already did a video on what the Dalish believe of the Elven Gods, so if you don't want spoilers, go ahead over there. But if you don't mind, this series is for you. And today, I'm starting with Janae, because that's the Valisyn I picked for my Inquisitor, and you have to deal with it. The name. Since the dawn of the series, people have pronounced this name as June. Because why not? There's no reason to believe it's pronounced any other way. There might even be a video clip I can't find of some random elf in the game calling him June. But in the world of Thedas, way in the back of the book is a little pronunciation guide that is actually Janae. So, now that you know, welcome to the I will now feel pretentious every time I say this word club. You're welcome. The myth. Like I said in my previous video, there just isn't much we really know or the Dalish know about Janae. In fact, in the Codex entry for Janae, it ends up talking a lot about Selaise instead. Selaise and Janae are similar in the Dalish belief, but while Selaise is the god of more domestic crafts, Janae focuses on what is called needed crafts. The Dalish know him as the god of crafts and building, and the Dalish believe that he taught them how to make bows, use furs and iron bark, and inspired the Aravels and harnesses for the Hala. That without both Janae and Selaise, the Dalish would still be wandering without purpose, naked and hungry. After that, a lot of high keepers, which I still don't really know what that means, but apparently that's a thing, of Janae are smiths, and there is a well-known puzzle called Janae's Knot. He is known as the brother of Andros Selaise and the husband to Selaise. Some Dalish legends even say that he created himself. The only images we have that are associated with him is the Valisyn, the Weird Mask in Dragon Age Origins, and the series of mosaics based on the Elven Gods, which only one of them is actually him. The reality. Outside the Dalish stories, we really only have one reliable mention of Janae. In the Vir Dathara, a grand sonolium was built by workers from Blessed Selaise as a gift for clever Janae, as a gift for some great favor. What was the favor? Why is he clever? What is a sonolium? We have no idea about any of these. But it seems this lack of knowledge isn't just from the devs not telling us, but an actual in-world problem. A Codex entry in Dragon Age Inquisition says this: each elven god represents an aspect of their ancient civilization, each story a metaphor for this aspect. Janae's is least understood. Depictions stretch back to ancient Arlathan, but he appears most seldom of all their deities. Dalish legend says Janae is a god of crafts and building, but the oldest depictions have none of the tools the Dalish associate with him. Janae's role may have changed over time, or simply cannot be understood today. As the elves fell, ancient Tevinter spared little thought to preserving any Dalish culture not convenient or understood. The theory. Janae is probably my favorite god, mostly because there is just so much mystery. But as I see it now, this is kind of my personal theory as to who Janae is. Now, something I'll have to go over later is that most of the Elven gods pair up into romantic, or at least rumored to be romantic, partners. And Druil and Gilinan is probably the best example of this, with Gilinan being risen up from the common folk. My theory is that half of the Elven gods are similar to Gilinan, risen up from the people, and Janae is one of them. If Janae made himself, then perhaps he was once a spirit who was able to create his own form, similar to Cole. Selaise and Janae have an obvious connection, if not only in domains of godhood, but also in that they were probably married or in some sort of relationship. Whatever the real connection was, though, I think it was Selaise that was the one to raise him up to godhood from whatever he was before. But then, what was his domain? He is known as the god of crafts and smithing, of making useful things and needed things, and we as players are given hints that he was likely the god of something we don't yet know or don't understand. It's likely that whatever this thing was, it could be reduced to what he is known for today as the craftsman. Another piece I want to quickly bring into this is that Fenris's markings bear a strong resemblance to that of Janae's Valisyn, noticeably in the neck piece. It's not a stretch to assume that Fenris's master Denarius was inspired by elven writings when doing the weird lyrium marking thing. So, linking this all together, perhaps what Janae was known for was not smithing and building, but rather a way to control slaves, and those slaves could smith and build correctly, and be better at them than other slaves. Or perhaps he was well known for smithing and crafting, but it wasn't for actual objects as we know it, but magic. Maybe even the flesh, and that's how he made himself. And that, dear patrons, is all that I have on Janae. Do you still have lingering questions, proof that I'm wrong, comments about your own fan theory? Feel free to tweet me at @Echolithon on Twitter or send a PM to user Gillenon on Reddit. The rest, you're all.